Hey friends, this is Andrea, and I just wanted to show you guys a quick haul that I got. This whole entire tub is full of stamps and a few other things. So I got this. Sorry for all the bouncing. This is hard because it's attached to my desk. But I got this tub of stamps and other things from my local Buy Nothing group, and figured I would show you what I got so you can take a look and see it with me. And then if you're interested in seeing the next part of the video, or the next steps really would be, I'm just gonna clean up these stamps before I start using them. I think it'll just feel more like new things to me if I clean them up first, because they're a little bit used and grimy. And some of these stamps I might not even keep. I might end up just regifting them, so we'll see. But let's just go through them and, you know, start seeing what we have here. So I'm gonna move this over just to the side so I can take a look. Okay, so the first stamp here is a foam stamp. It says 1998 on it, and it is a dog. Looks like my old dog, Sugar. She was a golden retriever. So this is cute, but I don't really see myself using this. It's kind of big for a card. I feel like it might just take up the whole card, so I don't know if I would be able to really use this. I might regift that. So that's cute, though. This, I can't tell, is this a tree or a fern? Either way, it's a little on the sticky side, so it's kind of messy or has been really used, maybe. I'm not sure if it was used with ink or paint or what, but I might be able to keep this. I feel like it's small enough that I could use it on a card. There's nothing else on it, just that. I might keep that one. There's a snowflake stamp. I think I could definitely repurpose this for holiday stamping. I'm not sure about using these foam type of stamps with like embossing ink. Maybe it would be better with pigment. I don't know. If you guys have any experience using these foam stamps with inks, because I've only really used these with paint, like for fabric stamping, so I don't know if they work well with regular ink, so it'd be good to know. I'll keep this one because I might be able to use it. And then this other foam stamp here is a gingerbread man, and he looks vaguely angry, doesn't he? Anyway, I don't know, I feel like I could use this one. I do already have a like a rubber stamp that is a gingerbread man, so I don't know if I will reach more for him or for the other guy, because I don't really reach for either of them all that often. But let's keep going. This is really nice, this little leaf stamp, this fall leaf. I guess that's a maple leaf. Yeah, maple leaf. It says 1993, and original price maybe sticker is $6.79. But then it was maybe sold on clearance at $4.87. But then maybe it was sold on clearance for 99 cents. I don't know. But I could definitely use this stamp. This rubber stamp looks pretty solid, and I could definitely. I do not make a ton of fall cards, but I aspire to make fall cards, so maybe I will. Okay, here's a tree, like it looks like kind of a fir tree here, kind of a Christmas tree shape. I don't see anything to indicate the year. Well, this isn't German, I think, or maybe Dutch. I don't know. I can't see a year on it though, but yeah. Not sure. Anywho, looks like it's in pretty decent condition. You know, the things are still glued down pretty well. It's not peeling up or anything, so that might be a good one. Let's see here. got this butterfly stamp. I mean, I can always use a pretty butterfly stamp. I have a whole bunch of butterfly stamps, but why not? Why not? It does look like this one was originally $6 and then has been priced down to 99 cents. So that's that. There's a whole bunch of dinosaur stamps, so I'm just gonna pull all of these guys out because I think that they might go together. So I think this is Triceratops. There's nothing on here to mark or indicate what dino it is, or brand, or price, or anything. But I don't know. I have nephews, but they're not really into dinosaurs, so maybe these would be better put to use for someone else that does like dinosaurs. Not that I dislike dinosaurs, I just don't see myself reaching for them. But they're very nice. They're in good shape, seems like. I don't know what this one is called. This is obviously a T-Rex. This one, pterodactyl maybe? I don't know. I'm not very good at knowing my dinosaur names. I don't know what this one is either, but only a couple of them look actually used. You know, some of these aren't even used at all, so maybe the kid who had them, it had some favorites. I'm gonna put them like over here because I think this will be my to give away pile. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot one more. This is what, the Brontosaurus. So this guy goes with them. Okay, it looks like there's another grouping of stamps in here that I'm gonna bring out. I think these all go together, and these are by Hero Arts, which is a pretty well-known stamping company for crafting, for making stamps and other scrapbooking and paper crafting, card making materials and supplies. So they are, I think they've been one of the oldest brands or companies in that space for a long time, like maybe 50 years even. So they're well known. But this one is, it looks like a set from 2003. And they're just all a bunch of little like birthday party stamps. So I think those are cute. And they all look like they're in really good condition on the back side. You know, there's not like peeling away or anything like that. So I think they're all in good shape. I could use these. I'm always looking for new and fun and interesting birthday stamps. So yeah, and this one even says like happy birthday to you, like the little music notes. And then it has this cake that has a happy birthday. So there's a lot of fun that I could do with those. I'm gonna keep those. There's another little set in here that is kind of like Thanksgiving themed stamps. Wooden stamp set. Okay, this is from Target, I think. That's $3 thing is definitely from where, I think, the Target dollar spot or something like that, maybe. I recognize like that labeling from other things that I've bought at Target before, like mostly towels and things like that, home decor. But Welcome Autumn's wood stamp set is what it says. There's 6 stamps in here. I think the outside of the stamp is really quite appealing. You know, it's like, it's a nice little box that contains all the stamps, and then they're like a dark finish. They're really glossy finished, I don't know. But then like, this is interesting. It's blue. I don't know if that's rubber or some other, like a plastic maybe, but anyways, that's kind of interesting. And then with the gold leafing or whatever that is, these stamps also look really different from the red or the pink rubber stamps. Let's see if I can find one that has, like, you can really see a difference. This almost looks like it's been printed or something. Like there's these lines on here. I don't know. It looks just really different, like plastic or silicone, whereas this is definitely rubber. You can tell. Anyways, I just thought that was an interesting thing to note. doesn't really tell me that they're going to stamp any differently, but this hardly even looks used to my eyes. This one does look used. Welcome Autumn. Yeah, these are pretty, but I don't know, again, I don't know how much I'll use them or how often I'll use them. I don't make a lot of autumn themed cards, but I have aspirations, like I said, to make some, so this is going to be an impossible task to get it back into the packaging the way it was. So it probably won't happen, but I'm going to give it a whirl. That's just not happening. It does not want to. It refuses. Almost, but no, it's still not going to do it. It's almost like there's some, oh, it's this. Oh my gosh, I've been blind the whole time. There's a piece of like tape in here that's blocking it. Hold on. It's stuck to the actual stamp. I don't think I ever took the stamp out, and that's why I didn't notice. With this out of my way, I should be able to close this set. Boy, oh boy. This must be exciting watching right now. Okay, put those back. Now we can attempt to put this freaking thing back together. Beautiful. And it's back. So I think I'm going to keep this because, like I said, I am aspiring to make some more fall themed stamps. This is really fun. I feel like I could make a fall themed or like a Halloween themed stamp card rather. There's some glitter, gold glitter. Ugh, I don't want glitter anymore. Anyway, but this is fun. I like this kind of creepy looking guy. I could use that. I'm sure I can keep that around. And my rule is if I don't end up using it in the next like year or two, then I'll probably just go ahead and regift it and send it on to another home if I can, if somebody wants it. So this is 3 elephants. I'm not sure what I would do with this, but like somehow I kind of want it. 1990 elephant border. I don't know. I feel like I have a lot of papers and stickers and things that are on a safari theme, and then I also do have a couple of stamps that say like a big hello or like huge thanks or something like that, and like then there's like an elephant. So maybe this could be cute if it was in the background somehow, or I could mask it off and only have one elephant. I don't know if I could do that, but even if I couldn't, it would just be fun to have these little elephants all over the place. So I'll keep it. I'll keep that. And if I don't find myself using this, maybe I'll just give it on away. Looks like somebody put paint on it or something. It's like black. This looks like it's been very well used. Whoever had it before me, my neighbor or whoever had it before then, was really getting a lot of value out of it. Okay, so this is just a giant star that sort of looks like a pencil marker or like a marker drawn or something. Kind of sketchy style. But then there's like all this ink or something all over it. It says Greenbrier International. I do know that to be the Dollar Tree or the dollar store, whatever one you have near you. It's kind of interesting texture. It does not feel like a red rubber stamp. It's kind of more brittle feeling. I don't know how to explain that better, but it does feel really weird. But it's still, yeah, it just doesn't quite feel the same. Anyway, it still looks like it could stamp well. I don't know if this has even been used. It doesn't look too well used. I'll be interested to try it, but I'm not sure I would even use this. It's pretty large. Like if, again, like if I'm looking at a card, that would take up a lot of the card. So maybe a background, but I'm just not sure if it's something I'd really use. I might keep this and then just give it away if I don't use it or don't end up using much. We have a cake here. This is cute. This is Dollar Tree, definitely. It says there, Dollar Tree. I mean, there's already one here with this other birthday cake. I'm not sure how many birthday cakes you actually need. This one looks a little bit, I don't know, less cute somehow. I don't know how to explain it. It just looks a little too sketched together. It doesn't look like intentionally. It looks like somebody just took some shapes and jammed them together into an image, but I don't know. I don't necessarily want to keep things just because it's easier to keep them. I do need to kind of destash some things I'm not using, so I think I only need one of these stamps, and I'm going to keep the one that's part of the set. So I'm going to get rid of that other one. And, you know, now that I'm doing that, I'm going to get rid of this one. And I think I'm going to get rid of this one too, because I just don't see myself using them. If I can't think of a way I would use them now, right now in the moment, I probably won't be able to think of anything later. This is 2001 Stampin' Up! Bunny. It's kind of got like a cartoony style to it. It's cute, but I don't know. Maybe I'll give it a try. I don't really send a lot of Easter cards, but I do have one stamp set. I think it's by Lawn Fawn that has some jokes about like just hopping by to say hello or something like that. Anyway, this might be cute to include with one of those greetings. So I will hang on to it. I don't know how these things got in there. I think those are just from my desk. Okay, so we have washable stamp pad for kids. I don't even know what color it is, but there are a lot of colors on the outside. Let's see. I have a little piece of cardstock here, so I'll just see. It seems like it is very dry. It does not seem like it has a lot of ink on it. So, but it looks like it's kind of a dark blue. I guess I could have guessed that from the color on the top. That blue color. I'm not sure that I actually want that. I don't really use that kind of ink. It would be great for kids though. Here is another ink pad. Inkadinkadoo green. Also very well loved. Lots of ink all over it. This is definitely green. I'm curious how inky or juicy it is, so I'm just gonna, yeah, it's kind of like the other one. It's a little dry, but like, it comes off. This would be good if I was trying to do a Christmas tree, you know, or something like that, but I have certain inks that I already use for stamping that are meant for stamping and that don't bleed and, you know, that do well. So maybe I will pass on this. We'll see what else we got here. What is this? This is Memories, acid-free. Okay, it's yellow. Creative stampers want to be able to use one stamp pad for a variety of stamp techniques. Acid-free, fade-resistant for archival use. Will not smear when using watercolors and markers. Will dry permanently on regular bond or glossy paper. The raised pad surface for working with any size image. Cool. So this seems like it's made for scrapbooking or, you know, that purpose for card making. I'm curious how inky. It's not too inky, sadly. I mean, but it's not terrible. Like, you could still get some color out of it. I do already have some yellow ink pads, but they're really small. They're like the little teardrop shaped ones. Just handling all of these ink pads, I feel like my fingers are just getting very grimy. I might keep this one just because it is actually meant for or designed for, but I do need to clean it up. And then this one is the Martha Stewart acid-free archival pigment ink, pink geranium. You know, I've been looking for pink inks Well, it definitely looks like somebody stamped into it. I've been looking for pink inks, and I recently purchased a pink ink. I'm just looking for it right now. I purchased this VersaFine Claire. But it is, let me just show you the difference here in the color. It is way more of a dark sort of magenta color. Charming pink, it says. And this one is more of a baby pink almost color. I think that this is going to be just more soft, a little bit more orange, but I don't know if there's anything there. It just feels like it's very faded. There's not very much ink in there. So I might be able to get some use out of it, but it would be very light. I don't even know if it's worth keeping because it's so faint, so pale there. I'm torn. I kind of feel like I want to have this ink just so it's a different color, but yeah, it's also a little messy and grimy. We'll see. I mean, it's worth trying. Never know. Okay, here's another Ink It Up Pigment Ink Stamp Pad. Acid-free, raised pad, non-toxic. Cool, okay. Pigment ink, slower drying, perfect for embossing, fade resistant. You clean stamps with a wet paper towel or wipe. Okay, and this is black. So I'm just gonna give it a test here. It's definitely different. Like these, I don't know. I'm just gonna show you. This one definitely feels or has the look of a cheaper ink pad or stamp pad. Compared side by side to these two, I feel like it's more about the like texture of the sponge pad, really. But we'll give it a go. We'll give it a chance to prove me wrong. It just has a really open texture sponge, like, you know, really bad, poor quality. Yeah, there's not a lot of ink. It doesn't look like. Just kind of going around, pushing a little bit. It seems a little dry. I think all of these are a little dry. Even though they've been in the tub, they may have just been sitting there for a while, waiting to, in somebody's garage, waiting to be gifted. I mean, there is some decent color payoff there with that black ink. And if I was using this for embossing, like I was going to sprinkle some embossing powder over it, this would be a good choice because it's, you know, not using my more expensive ink pad. But usually when I'm embossing, I want something that has a lot of texture or detail, rather. So I would usually go for my VersaFine ink. So I don't know. Let's... Oh, look. This is like the same color as that other one. Oh, weird. It's not closed all the way. Uh-oh, I hope it's not too dry. It seems like it's warped almost. Like it doesn't close properly or something. I don't know what's going on with this. Maybe it's not on properly. Okay, well, I don't want to break it, so I'm just going to open it up. So this is also the same brand of ink. The color is pink. So you can see this is pretty well loved. I don't know if there will be a lot of color payoff here. Not much. Almost kind of feel like it's this foam is gonna shred or something. It is giving me some color, but it's pretty pale. It's about as good as the other one. Actually, this one is better comparatively. If I look at them two side by side, this is from the Martha Stewart. The bottom one is from the Martha Stewart, and then the top one is from the Ink It Up brand. So I guess the Ink It Up brand is a little bit more color, a little bit more ink. I'm surprised since it's pretty dry, or I don't know. It seems like this lid doesn't stay on, maybe. I don't know. It's really strange. Like this one, it's on well. And you can see the difference when you like side by side the two. This one definitely looks like it's sticking out. But it doesn't stay closed. I don't know why. Anyway, there's nothing I can do about that. It's bizarre. I think it's just maybe a mismatch. Maybe it's the wrong lid. Anyway, I'm going to try switching the lids and see if that helps, if that fixes it. Why not? No, this definitely doesn't go on this ink pad. It's almost like it's the wrong size lid. But yeah, it's definitely just weird. Anyways, I don't need to spend any more time looking at that and playing with that. If it dies or dries out, that's too bad. So now my next task is going to be, I'll film a separate video to go ahead and clean up these ink pads and stamps. So it looks like I'm going to keep these ones, and I'm just going to move them over into my little bin. And there's quite a lot that I'm not going to keep, and I'm glad that I'm not keeping them all. I think it would be just rude of me to keep stamps that I'm not actually going to use, and I don't think that that is the ethos or the purpose of the Buy Nothing group, and so I don't really want to selfishly hoard things that I'm not actually going to have a purpose for. So I'm going to put just these ones away and keep them in the bin. And then the ones that I'm not going to keep are these two stamp pads. I think these would be great for like a school or a preschool or something like that, daycare. And then some of the other stamps I think are a little bit more for kids or for fun use, and not really something that I think I could see myself using. So I'm going to go ahead and re-gift those back to the group. There's also, if they don't get, you know, any interest on the group, then there is a creative reuse store in my area that I can donate these to. I prefer to donate my unused craft supplies to a creative reuse or an artist reuse store that rather than a Goodwill or somewhere that's a thrift store, because the creative reuse, people are actually going there looking for art supplies, craft supplies, and there's a higher likelihood that the things that I'm donating there will get sort of rehomed, so to speak, than if I just donate them to the Goodwill and they make it into some bin, tossed in a pile, and not really, you know, used. So that's just my thought. And usually those creative reuse stores are nonprofits as well, just like Goodwill. But, you know, they're usually serving a local population. And yeah, I just feel better about giving to a Goodwill than to another. So that's it. If you have any questions about watching the video for when I clean up the other things, the ones that I'm keeping, or you want to see how I'm going to do that, or you want to know what I'm going to use to clean up, let me know in the comments, because I'd love to share what I'm going to use. And if you're interested in seeing that video, I could always record it, but I might record it anyways and just not, you know, if anybody is interested in watching it, I'll upload it, but if not, no need to upload that. So just curious, before I wrap up, tell me what you would do, or if you would have kept the ones that I am getting rid of, or if there's an idea that you have for using any of these stamps or items that I haven't thought of that I maybe am overlooking, or if you would have gotten rid of a different set of stamps than I chose. One of the ones that I decided to keep, you are like, no, don't keep those. I'm curious your thoughts. I'm curious your opinions, or if you have any creative ideas, I'm really interested to know, because sometimes I'm in a creative slump, or I have a block and I don't really know what I would do with something, so I just toss it or get rid of it. or move it on. But it's good to get other perspectives. So I'm curious to hear your thoughts, and I hope you had a great day. I hope you enjoyed this video. Take care. Bye.